Hello guys, what is going on? True here, back with another video, and before we start the video, I just want to give you guys a reminder that the 25 subscriber giveaway for the promo Mew UNB GX is still happening. The video for that is currently up on my channel, and you guys have 1 day left to enter. You should be entered by before Sunday at noon. So yeah, I just wanted to remind you guys on that, and if you're new, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And let's get into today's deck. So today's deck is a deck that made top 8 at Limitless Qualifier 4. It's also a similar. I also played a similar concept. I also played basically the same deck at Limitless Qualifier 4. Unfortunately, I did not do as well, but one person happened to make top 8 with Spirit Beast, so I'm happy about that. So basically, the idea of the deck is to use Spiritombs, building Spite. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may put 1 damage counter on this Pokemon. And then this synergizes really well with Anguish Cry. This attack for 1 dark energy. This attack does 30 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon with 10 base damage. So this racks up really quickly, and without any additional tools, this can hit 160 damage maximum with just a single energy. So Spiritomb is a really strong basic attacker, and in order to back Spiritomb up, because we only play 4 Spiritomb, and having 4 attackers is not usually enough, plus Spiritombs takes some time to build up, and so we play Ultra Beasts, a few baby Ultra Beasts to help along with this. We play Baby Buzzwole to help out in the Pikarom matchup, and even in the Baby Blonde matchup. Sledgehammer is a really strong attack, being able to one-shot Pikarom, being able to one-shot Baby Blacephalon, and Baby Buzzwole just helps out a lot in a lot of matchups. We play Nihilego, and again for 1 energy, primarily for the Nightcap attack. You can use this attack only if your opponent has exactly 2 prize cards remaining. Choose one of your opponent's Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. So it's basically like you can copy one of your opponent's attacks when your opponent's at 2 prize cards. This is an extremely powerful attack that some people don't see coming. If they haven't played against Spirit Beast, many people know Baby Buzzwole, but a lot of people don't know about Nihilego. So Nightcap is super strong. It can copy Zacian's Brave Blade attack to one-shot Zacian, and if you're at 2 prize cards, you just win the game. And Void Tentacles is not a bad attack either. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused and poisoned. That is a pretty good attack as well. And we play Tapu Fini for the Baby Blacephalon matchup. We play 2 Jynx to adjust the damage counters on our Spiritombs and to help rack up that damage even faster. We play the Mew for the Pikarom matchup. And a really important card to talk about is the Pheromosa Buzzwole-GX. I personally think this card is terrible, but the creator of the deck actually included this for the mirror matchup, because Beast GX is going to allow you to not only knock out a Spiritomb, but to take an extra prize card along the way. And so this card's good in the mirror matchup, and I see merit for this card, but at the same time I sort of like Blacephalon GX better for the Burst GX. But this made top 8, so we're gonna roll with it. We play 4 Bikes for consistency. We play 4 Marnie to disrupt our opponent as much as possible, and we play a fat energy line, 4 Aurora Energy, 1 Beast Energy, 4 Rainbow Energy, and even 1 Dark Energy. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say for the deck, and let's just get into some games. Alright guys, so hopping into our first game against Asarika. Good luck to him or her. And let's call heads here. Let's see. And we do lose the coin flip. So ideally here we do want to go first, but we do not mind going second either. So we are going second. So we do want to get the turn 1 donk on our opponent. Here we're going to start Jirachi. And not bench anything else because our opponent could play Phione. And we do want to get that Stellar Wish. And here they also start Jirachi. That's interesting. So there's a Fiery Flint. So it's probably the Baby Blown matchup or a Firebox matchup. We definitely want it to be Baby Blown. That's more favorable for us. Firebox is not a bad matchup either, but Baby Blown is a better matchup, basically. There's another Fiery Flip from our opponent. I'm gonna assume it's Baby Blown. That would be my guess. There's another Fiery Flint. Getting rid of a lot of fire energy. I'm gonna take 4 more from the deck, really thinning out the deck here. And they're gonna, yep, so it is going to be the Baby Blown. And they benched the Oranguru, so this actually could be Combo Blown, or Blown that plays Jirachi Prism Star. That plays Jirachi Prism Star and the Mr. Mime, which is interesting. So let's see what our opponent has going for them. And just to pass, there's a Quick Ball, that's pretty good. So here we'll start with the Stellar Wish. I think I want to take the Research here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Research here. So here we're gonna bench the Tomb, bench everything basically, because all of those cards were pretty good. So here we're gonna Quick Ball away the Great Catcher because we're not gonna use it. And I definitely want to kill Jirachi this turn. So honestly, I'm feeling like we priced on Switch, okay? I'm definitely feeling like attaching the Dark Energy to Feeny and going from there. So here I'm going to grab out Spiritomb. We definitely want to deny our opponent access to that Stellar Wish. So here we can attach the Hustle Belt here, attach the Dark Energy to that Tapu Fini and Research. We're looking for a Switch. There's a Switch and there's a Shrine of Punishment. That's a pretty good draw. So we have 3 Marnies to help us out next turn to disrupt our opponent's big hand. So that's pretty good. So here I will actually Omnis Posture, move the damage to the Spiritomb, so we can just Building Spite and be able to hit that 160 damage instead of having to find that Rainbow Energy. Takes the pressure off of us. So here we will switch into the Tapu Fini and use Nature Wave to knock out our opponent's Jirachi. And if they manage to knock out our Tapu Fini next turn, which they most likely will, we do have the Ordinary Rod to shuffle it back in and to use it twice. So that's super good for us. Let's see what our opponent has going for them. There's the Water, so they are going to take a knockout on our Tapu Fini, but again, that's not the end of the world. We have tons of Marnies to disrupt our opponent, and here they're just going to use all of their Flints to find all of that fire energy, and they actually play 14 fire energy. That's quite something. So let's see if they actually manage to get the combo off. I would assume they're playing the combo because they're playing the Oranguru, so I would not be surprised. There's a Fire Crystal, so they have a lot of energy in their hand, and we're just going to be able to Marnie all of those cards to the bottom of their deck. And that's the reason why Marnie's so good in this deck. We can disrupt our opponent super hard, and we can Marnie this like 10 card hand to the bottom of the deck. And I'm actually going to start with Spiritomb because we're not guaranteed a switch here, and we're going to build some Spite. Build some Spite here, and we want to find Mew, I suppose, because they could use Cramorant. But right now I'm not feeling too concerned about Cramorant. And here I'm going to go ahead and play the Ordinary Rod, shuffle back in that Fini. We don't need the Jirachi. We play 4, and we already have. And there's the concession from our opponent. After we would have Marnied them anyways, and it looks like they already had the stuck hand. So that's gonna be the first game against Baby Blown. Super good matchup for us. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next game. Alright, so hopping into our next game against NO-09. Good luck to him or her, and we're going to call heads here. We do lose the coin flip, which is fine. We don't mind our opponent choosing whether or not we go first or second, because we're fine with either or. So let's see what our opponent decides to do. They're taking their time. We are going first, so that makes me interested to what our opponent is playing. Most decks in the format do want to go first, so that makes me slightly worried to what our opponent is playing. That makes me slightly concerned that our opponent is playing some wacky deck that I don't know about, basically. So let's see what our opponent decides to do. They're taking their time. We don't want to bench anything right now. Starting hand looks pretty good. We can quick ball, get a Spiritomb, start building that Spite, and let's see what our opponent is playing. They are playing the Baby Blacephalon, so we do want to hang on to a lot of these cards, to be honest. Not gonna lie. So here we're gonna start off with the quick ball. What do I get rid of here? I'm gonna get rid of Baby Buzzwole, even though I really want to keep it around. We still have that Ordinary Rod option, so that definitely felt like the play to make. We can actually Phione our opponent if we manage to hit a quick ball, but I'm not even sure that I want to do that. There's a Hustle Belt, and I'm thinking about using the Dedenne this turn. I feel like I do want to do that, actually. Sure. We'll Dedenne this turn. We'll play the Ordinary Rod, get back in that Buzzwole, and here we want to get Mew on the bench because we do want to prevent our Dedenne from getting spit shotted by that Cramorant V that our opponent likely plays. So here I'm going to attach the Rainbow to the Spiritomb, retreat into the Jirachi, use Stellar Wish, and let's see what we get. We get an Acro Bike. We're sort of digging for a quick ball right now, so I'll go ahead and play it. We'll take the Nihilego for sure. Actually, the Nihilego doesn't even really do anything in this matchup. And here we'll just pass over to our opponent. Pretty strong start from us. We can definitely take a knockout using Feeny next turn. If they play a Mew themselves, we do have to watch out for that because they can use side power and they can like bench snipe our Spiritombs using Mew. That's something we have to look out for. There's a Fiery Flint from our opponent, getting rid of a Scoop Up Net and a Switch. We like seeing those two cards go. So here, let's see if they have the turn 1 knockout on this Jirachi. There's the Adventure Bag, so probably a Beast Springer, I would imagine. So they can actually take 3 prize cards on this Dedenne, which is super scary. Let's just hope they don't have a turn 1 Water. There's the attachment, and just the Blazer from our opponent. And they don't hit it, so things are looking good for us. Things are looking up, to say the very least. So here, we're going to build some more Spite. Attach the Rainbow to the Tapu Fini. We're going to research this turn for sure because our opponent clearly does not have a strong hand. We're going to Stellar Wish first. Take the Shrine of Punishment. Actually, no. I'm going to leave these cards in deck because our opponent theoretically could play down a Heat Factory, and we definitely want to hit the Shrine next turn in order to bump that stadium. So here I'm going to leave that card in deck. We're just going to research and bench the Mew, I guess. That feels fine. To prevent them from using Spit Shot, we can Stellar Wish. There's a Hustle Belt. We'll just take it to thin out the deck. And here we're going to retreat into Feeny and just use Nature Wave. Save the Spiritomb to knock out something bigger than Baby Blacephalon, and we're just going to use Nature Wave and put that early pressure onto our opponent. So let's see what we draw from the prize cards. Another Marnie. So here our opponent's basically in top deck mode, I would imagine, because they did not play a Water next turn, they did not play a Quick Ball, they did not play anything besides a Fiery Flint and an Adventure Bag, so they were obviously thinning the deck, and they're basically in top deck mode here. So let's see if this Oranguru can save them or not. If they don't, we have game on board. There's the Quick Ball, so we're still playing this game, unfortunately, but it's fine. There's the Oricorio, so we're definitely looking to hit a Great Catcher next turn. We do play 2, so the chances of us hitting one are pretty low because we already discarded one, but that chance is still there, and just the pass from our opponent, that's pretty good for us. We're going to throw the Shrine down for sure. Do I want to risk the Marnie? I don't want to risk playing the Marnie here, so I'm just going to build some Spite and take a knockout on this Oranguru. Sure, it gives some more draw power, but at the same time we're putting pressure onto our opponent. So we're just going to use the Anguish Cry, knock out this Oranguru, going to take a prize card. It is a Rainbow Energy that's pretty good. So here the Oricorio will start to take Shrine damage, which is super good for us. We still have this Feeny in play. There's the Dance of Tribute. Let's see if they can draw anything to save them this turn. Their deck's not too thin. There's a Friend Ball. What's that gonna get them though? A Jirachi? Yeah, that will get them a Jirachi. Or a Zacian, that works too. But if they just Intrepid Sword, we just knock out their Oricorio, which leaves them in an extremely bad position. And that's gonna do it for the second game. And because both of these games were against Baby Blacephalon, I'll catch you guys in the third game. Alright, so hopping into our third game against Scarface 95. Good luck to him or her, and let's see whether or not we're going first. We are going second, which is fine. This hand looks okay, and there's just a concession from our opponent. Okay, sure. I'll leave this in the video. I don't know why, and I'll catch you guys in the fourth game. Alright, so hopping into our next game against Madrons. Good luck to him or her, and let's see if we win the coin flip or not. We do lose the coin flip again, and let's see whether or not we go first or second. We are going second, and this is a super unfortunate start. We have to start the Dedenne-GX, which is really unfortunate because we definitely want to use definitely wanted to utilize it, and it looks like we are against the mirror matchup. They benched the Nihilego for some reason and attached the Rainbow Energy, and just a pass. Okay, that's understandable. Here we can Acro Bike. There's the Feeny. We'll take it because we have to. Attach the Aurora. No, I'll attach the Rainbow. Switch into the Tapu Fini and just Nature Wave our opponent. Taking the knockout, putting a lot of early pressure on our opponent. And there's the Spiritomb from the prize cards. So our opponent can use Void Tentacles. They're likely to just retreat here. However, definitely a good thing that we were able to utilize Tapu Fini this early against the mirror. And here they will research, get rid of a lot of energy and the Hustle Belt. Those are some pretty good cards to see go. And they are going to build some Spite. As sort of expected, here they attach the Rainbow Energy and just avoid Tentacles from our opponent. That's fine with us. I would have retreated but they probably didn't want Jirachi to die, which is understandable. So here, bench Spiritomb. Probably get rid of an Aurora Energy here. And we're definitely gonna get that Jirachi. Definitely just looking for a draw supporter at this point in time. So here we can retreat into the Jirachi, use Stellar Wish, and no draw supporter. Wonderful. So here, Boss's Orders actually doesn't really do anything for us. Hustle Belt, I guess, feels like the best option here. So yeah, we'll just take the Hustle Belt, build some Spite, put a Hustle Belt on this tomb, and just pass to our opponent. Definitely don't want to commit the energy here. Doesn't feel ideal, and I wouldn't blame them if they just attacked with this Nihilego, but there's no. Okay, I was gonna say if they attacked with this Nihilego, we could just knock them out, and we would have removed this Ultra Beast from play, so they couldn't. So I couldn't use Nature Wave, but they benched the Baby Buzz, so they still have access. So we still can use Tapu Fini to knock out a Spiritomb, which is super good for us. So here they're a lot more set up than we are, to say the very least. There's a switch into the Spiritomb and a Cynthia from our opponent, so our opponent is just outpacing us at this point in time. They even got the Escape Board onto the Jirachi. Fortunately, we do have Tool Scrapper, so we can't get rid of it. Here they attach the Rainbow to the Buzzwole, which is fine. And they're gonna take a knockout here, and there's nothing we can do about it. So a little unfortunate here. If we don't draw into anything soon, we might just take the L here. So let's see what we top deck. Please be a draw supporter. No, it is a Jynx. That's not gonna cut it. So here we can build some Spite, play the Tool Scrapper, and that's about it. Play the Tool Scrapper, get rid of this, get rid of the Escape Board, attach the Aurora Energy, move the damage from here to here, and just use Nature Wave and hope we get a draw supporter off the prize cards or something along the lines of that, because that's basically our only hope now. There's the Rainbow Energy that can buy us another turn but that's not going to do it in the long run, unfortunately. There's the Great Catcher. That's fine. I guess they wanted to play around their own Sledgehammer turn, and there's nothing we can do to prevent this because we started the Dedenne-GX, so that's just sort of like bad luck, to be honest. So there's the research from our opponent, so they're just drawing super well right now. So we need a draw supporter soon. There's the Escape Board to the Jirachi. Again, we already went through our Tool Scrapper already. There's this Scoop Up Net, probably on the Nihilego. That's fine. That's well played on our opponent because we can no longer utilize Tapu Fini, and they're forcing us to attack with our Spiritomb, which is definitely what we do not want to do. So let's see what our opponent has going for them. There's a Lana's Fishing Rod, probably going to shuffle back in a Hustle Belt. Escape Board doesn't really do anything for them now. And let's see what they're going to knock us out here, take 2 prize cards, and now they're ahead in the prize race, which is super bad for us. And there's nothing we can do about it. We have to take a knockout on this Buzzwole. There's a Jirachi. That's going to do something, I guess. Hopefully next turn we can Omnis Posture. We can actually move the damage from the Spiritomb to the Jynx to actually like save some damage. Feels for another Spiritomb. So I'm actually going to do that, and we're just going to Anguish Cry, take a knockout on this baby Buzzwole, and we're looking for a draw supporter. There's a Marnie that can do it, but we're still super behind, to say the very least. We are looking for that Buzzmosa to hopefully clean this one up, because we're probably going to have to utilize Nihilego, take a knockout here. They'll knock us back out, and then we have to use Buzzmosa. If they use Buzzmosa here, I think we just lose because we don't have a way of returning the knockout on the Buzzmosa. And that would just be super bad for us if they played a Buzzmosa of their own. We have to hope they play the Buzzwole GX, and there's the boss's order. Is going to be knocking out our Jirachi, but that's fine with us because we actually got the Marnie off of the prize cards. But our opponent doesn't know that, so that makes some sense, to say the very least. They're down all their rainbows, so they're down to their last few Aurora Energy, and there's the Hustle Belt onto this Spiritomb, and just the Anguish Cry from our opponent. So if they play their own Buzzmosa, we do just lose, because there's not a lot we can do about it, unfortunately. So here we will do Marnie, and we don't even draw into our Buzzmosa of our own, so I probably would have actually Beast Gamed this turn, been able to draw the 2 prize cards, and hope they wouldn't have been able to knock out our own Buzzmosa, basically. So there's not a whole lot we can do right now. We can just Anguish Cry and hope for the best, that they don't have that Buzzmosa that we're talking about. So we're just gonna Anguish Cry and hope for the best. If they do have the Buzzmosa, there's nothing we played our best, and there was nothing we can do about it. If they don't have the Buzzmosa, we still have a chance. How many switch are we down? We're only down 1 switch. We're only down 1 quick ball too, and we're not down a lot of energy. Not as much as our opponent, but we're still down quite a few. So let's see what our opponent can do this turn. If they have the Buzzmosa play, there's the Hustle Belt. That's not a Buzzmosa. That's good. There's a Great Ball. Do they get the Buzzmosa? Is the question. There's the Jirachi. That's not a Buzzmosa. And there's the research from our opponent. That's their last research. So a little bit unlucky for us that they managed to find that off of the Marnie to 4 cards. So here they Jirachi, they're going to take a Hustle Belt, but that's not a Buzzmosa. There's the Aura Choreo from our opponent. That actually can shift the game in our favor because we can actually one-shot this, and they're actually probably just digging for an energy at this point in time because they're down so much. So this game actually sort of shifted back into our favor. There's the big Blacephalon. But we one-shot that using Fini, so they can't even go into that. There's the Tool Scrapper, but I don't know if they see the Fini play. I really don't. There's the Dedenne-GX. Looks like they're digging for something. This is going to be a close one, ladies and gentlemen. They're down all of their draw supporters. They're going to attach to the Spiritomb. and they're just gonna go into the Spiritomb. So we have a lot of win conditions here. We have all Great Catchers in deck. We can Great Catcher up this Blacephalon. I'm gonna promote the Feeny to be safe. And there's an Acro Bike that gets us basically nothing. We're gonna take the Tomb. We're gonna throw it on the Shrine of Punishment. And here we just have to research and dig for that Great Catcher. There's the Beast Energy, and there's the Buzzmosa for the game. And that's the reason Buzzmosa is in this deck for the mirror matchup. We're gonna Beast Game GX our opponent, take the knockout, and we're gonna take a dub against the mirror matchup basically. And that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe and peace out.